If you wake up every day knowing exactly what to expect out of your day, you're living in that predictable routine and you feel as if it's sucking the life out of you, then this video is for you. You find yourself in that lackluster state of being in which you don't know why you cannot enjoy your life anymore. Why can't you enjoy life for what it is? You have perhaps 1,000 things you could be grateful for, but you don't feel that joy for life anymore. And that's because you are living in that very, very predictable environment. Now, you might have heard me talk often about effortless effort on this channel and the art of inaction, Wu Wei, right? The art of inaction in Taoism, how sometimes inaction could be your best action in some scenarios. But I also always mention that the whole purpose of action is to awaken the feeling. So to me, action is just the tool that awaken the corresponding feeling, the corresponding emotion, and then that emotion is what truly matters. When it comes to you trying to manifest something into your life or something out of your life, emotions and feelings are what really matters. We all know you could fake your actions, you could act as if you like something, you could even fake your thoughts, you could think, yes, I like being in this place, I like going to that place. You could act as if you are enjoying being in that place or doing that thing. But when it comes to your emotions, it tells you truly what your perspective is towards that thing you're doing or towards that place you are being. But now to the main question of this video. Is it possible to overcome negative feelings through effortless effort? And the short answer is no. Through the art of inaction, if you just let negative feelings, if you just sit with all of your negativity, will it eventually pass out? Will it eventually pass away and you would enter the positive state of being? The short answer is no, and that's because, like I was saying, the whole purpose of action is the emotion. And if as long as you are experiencing those negative thoughts, you are experiencing negative emotions, because the more you have negative feelings, the more you want to feed them, the more you want to add to them, the more you want to be mad about them, the more you want to hate them, despise them, and despise your life for having them. So your emotional reaction is always there. Surely you might be sitting and just letting things be. You're surrendering to the state of being, to your negative feelings, to your negative thoughts. You're surrendering and you're letting them be, and you're thinking that it will pass, it will take its phase and pass. But if there's no real emotional surrender as well, with meaning, so if you're not really letting it be internally, you're just letting it be externally, as if you are giving up, you are sick and you are tired of giving up, of trying to do something about it, so you just give it up. But internally you are resisting, you are hating it, you are feeling it, you are being mad about it, and you are identifying with it, then there's no real letting go in what you're doing. So if you're sick of having those negative feelings and you can't know why you don't know why you can't enjoy life anymore, it is sucking the life out of you and you want to do something about it, the best thing you could do to yourself in order for you to overcome negative feelings is to introduce something new in your life. Now, predictability in life is sometimes the worst thing you could do to yourself. If you wake up every morning knowing exactly what's going to happen, what each and everything you're doing is going to lead to, then your body, your mind, you yourself feel as if there is no reason to even get out of bed. I know exactly what to expect. I know exactly what's going to happen. Why even bother getting out of bed? And it's not serving you right. It's creating that eternal loop of negative feelings, of negative thoughts, of negativity in general within you. So why would you, if you know exactly what it's going to happen, where it's taking you, and what are the results of this, then why would you bother? Feel like, how are you thinking that this is going to make you excited to get out of bed, to, be driven to live, to be inspired by life? And the key here is therefore to introduce something inspiring in your life, to keep yourself, to put yourself in situations in which you are open to something new. There is the factor of unpredictability in your life. Go somewhere that perhaps opens you up to meeting someone or hearing something that could change your life, that could trigger some new thoughts, that could stimulate you in one way or another, that could stimulate your spirituality, your growth, your mind in some way or another. So if as long as you're just locking yourself in, you're blocking, you don't feel like going out, you don't feel like going for a walk, you don't feel like meditating, heck, even just the act of meditating, introducing meditation into your life is very inspiring in within itself. You never know what could happen during meditation. You never know what could cross your mind. You never know what's possible when you're meditating every day. There's always this unpredictability of something new might happen, something amazing. I might feel things I've never felt before. I might think things that I've never thought about before. Join a sports club, join, a yoga class, go for a run, go for a walk, go breathe in nature, go sit in nature, go out, have nightlife, go explore the streets around you or further away from you. This gives you the motivation to live. This gives you the motivation, the art, the concept of unpredictability. And unpredictability is what you really need. And that's the whole reason you want to introduce something new into your life. But also for you to feel and release everything that you have been feeling, that's been bothering you, that's been controlling you, all those negativity, all of this negativity, all of those negative thoughts and feelings. You must feel them at some point. If you're just blocking them out, if you're just locking yourself in and you're locking them out, but they're always there, they're like a shadow, shadowing you everywhere you go. It's like a burden you're carrying, double the package. So once you really feel them, feel whatever they are. I know sometimes it could be very hard, if you had, especially those feelings, those feelings that you've been avoiding, because where you are going, where you are shifting, you cannot carry this extra package. You want to be as light as possible. You want to be as free as possible. There should be nothing that you fear feeling. There should be nothing that you fear in going through. So if you feel very uncomfortable in fearing, in feeling, just through feeling, maybe you have the fear of feeling. So you've been blocking your heart, you've been blocking your emotions, and you don't want to feel anything. You have a fear of being embarrassed. You have fear of being judged by others. You fear, looking too nice or looking too aggressive or looking, too tough. So you're always fearing, and you had something that happened at some point in your past, and that created emotional trauma towards a specific emotion. Fear of embarrassment, fear of humiliation, and now you don't want to feel the whole spectrum of emotions. And that's blocking you out. It's keeping you stuck within a specific set of emotions, and those are negative for the moment being. They are trying to force you to feel, but it's much better to feel it on your own accords than being forced by life towards a situation that's going to force you to explore your fear of feeling or your fear of being judged. You'll find yourself in a situation in which everyone is judging you, or you feel embarrassed by some main situation involved in your life that's going to embarrass you in front of everyone. So if you feel those things, feel them as if they are there. Don't try to block them and think that no, that's not, I'm not gonna feel this, I'm way better than feeling those things. Now you're creating trauma towards a specific emotion. Now you're setting limits to yourself. And where you're going, you need to be limitless. You are feeling and then releasing. And then you're leaving, you're breaking through the negative. You're breaking through the tragic situations that have defined you for so long. And it starts with introducing something new. Now, the more you are feeling whatever you had felt, whatever you were blocking from feeling, you were blocking yourself from feeling, you are now feeling it, and now you have more space to feel other things. And it works vice versa. The more you introduce something new into your life, now you have new emotions. Now you have a new set of emotions lined up for you to feel. And so you would feel them, and you would let go of the past, the negative aspect. And then you would feel the new, the excitement to live, the motivation, the drive, the inspiration, the love to life, the gratitude, the faith, the trust. You're going to start feeling this towards your experience the more you introduce new things into your life. And these things could be as simple as, like I said, meditation. It does not have to be something grandiose. It does not have to be going out every day. It does not have to be. More so importantly is activities that you can enjoy by yourself. That does not require you to rely on someone. You're not creating new cords of energy here. You're not attaching yourself to anyone here, but you're just exploring life for what it is. You're trying to live life to its fullest, because if you have nothing to expect, if you have everything predictable in your life, then you're not living life to its fullest. If you wake up every day knowing exactly what's going to happen, what's the reaction, what's the result, where you're going, where you're coming from, then you're not really living life to its fullest. You might as well be, asleep. And that changes with you. That changes when you introduce something new to your life. That changes when the factor of unpredictability comes into your life. Now you have something to look forward to, because you don't know what could happen, and you are excited. You want to see what happens. Now, if we're talking ideally, you could still be okay with living with this boredom, with this repetitive, predictable routine, because you are awakening the power from within you. You have all of this energy of creation right here within you. You are your higher self. You are the extension of source, of God, of the universe, and you don't need anything externally to stimulate you. But that would be perhaps too ideal of me to say. But it's also doable, but on a more serious note, it is experience new emotions. Put yourself in situations, open yourself up to situations in which you are maybe going to experience new set of emotions, and that's going to change your past. That's going to make you break through. But if you've always been defined and identified with whatever you've been going through, with whatever you've been feeling, with your past, with the same emotions, with the same activities every day, nothing is going to change. You're not opening yourself up to change. You're not opening yourself up to the universe, and this is what's limiting you more often than not. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video by AfsConsciousFrequency. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, because it helps the video find its way to many more others, and it helps me so much.